Hi, I'm Joe Chili, mornings from 7 to 9 with Buffalo's classic oldies from the 60s and 70s on the Big Weck. Joining us on the Big Weck's Buffalo on the Rise today is Louis Backless, who is the owner and producer of Beat the Beast Bull Riders Tour Finals. It is the finals, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
You know, I admire what you do. You know, and these shows, I understand, are unbelievable. I've talked to people that have been to them, and they said, you know, because so many things nowadays that people watch, like if they watch WWE or something on TV, it's a certain amount of fake.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no covering up.
There's
what happens,
no covering.
happens.
Yep.
Right? How did you get started?
I was born and raised in the sport of rodeo. My dad was a professional bareback rider, so he rode bucking horses for a living, and my mom was a barrel racer. So I was born and raised into it, and how I got to putting on the shows and doing the productions, I don't know. It just, everybody's got to do something in life, and that was just my calling.
So have you ridden?
Oh yeah, I used to ride. I competed in rodeo my whole childhood life, and I rode bulls for about 10 years. I team roped with my dad since I was 4 years old. So I've been, you know, pretty much everything there was to do in rodeo I'd done at one time or another.
You know, you look like you're in pretty good shape. I don't see, you know, any broken bones that are obvious, you know. Is it a tough sport to get used to or to get trained on?
You got to be really tough, physically and mentally. It's the most dangerous sport in the world. So yeah, it's not a question of when you're going to get hurt or if you're going to get hurt. It's when and how bad you're going to get hurt.
It's when you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, you're going to get hurt.
When is the event taking place?
So the BTB Finals, which is Beat the Beast Bull Riders Tour Finals, is taking place October 10th and 11th. It's 3 performances. It's a Friday night at 7 o'clock is opening night. And then there's a 1 o'clock performance on Saturday afternoon, and then 7 p.m. is the championship round Saturday night.
And where's it located?
It's located at Buffalo Riverworks, right in downtown.
Oh, yeah.
Right in downtown Buffalo.
You know, are there real cowboys there?
Oh yeah, there are real cowboys that are coming. We got cowboys coming from Mexico, Canada, you know, right here in the United States, Pennsylvania, New York. They're coming from quite a ways to be at this event.
Because we here in Western New York may think that, you know, you put on a cowboy hat and you're a cowboy, but that's not the case.
Not the case.
It's not the case. You're kind of born and bred a cowboy, right?
Yes, sir. Exactly. Been a cowboy my whole life. That's what I've done day in and day out my entire life.
Where are you from originally?
Actually, Western, you know, Warsaw, New York is where I was born and raised in Warsaw, and my dad actually was originally from North Tonawanda. And
oh, North Tonawanda. That explains the kind of drawl. No, it doesn't explain.
No, the draw comes from rodeoing down south when I was a kid, because like we would travel to Florida and stuff, and so all my buddies, they were all Southerners, so that's where I get the accent a little bit.
Is this, you know, I don't want to, you know, use the wrong term. Would you think of it as being patriotic?
Very patriotic. You know, that's one thing about rodeo and cowboys is we always pay tribute to our heroes that that protect our country. You know, the armed forces, they mean a lot to us, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So yeah, we make sure that when the national anthem is up, you know, everybody takes their hat off and we stand for it. We pray before every show starts up. It's definitely patriotic. That's one thing. If you don't like patriotic, then you wouldn't like this show, because
I think, you know, when you think of, you know, cowboys, when you think of country music, when you think of things that you think of apple pie and, you know, America and Uncle Sam, and I think it's, you generally think about America that way. What can fans expect to see when they come to the show?
Well, they can expect to see roughly a 2-hour show. It's the most exciting thing that they'll ever see. I mean, you know, some of the rankest bulls in the Northeast are going to be there, bucking bulls, and then some of the best cowboys from the Northeast are going to be competing. A lot of dirt flying, a lot of excitement, and I mean, the adrenaline. You know, I don't know how else to explain it other than it's an adrenaline rush.
I guess when you say rankest bulls, it's good, better than rank cowboys, right?
Right. Well, both. I mean, you can put it in both ways. I mean, there's some boys that can ride bulls really good that are going to be at this event. So it's going to be, everybody's going to get their money's worth out of the tickets for sure.
When you talk about the production itself that you put on, how many people are involved in this?
There's a lot of people. Just in my group alone, we've got 10 to 15 main crew guys that run this production. Plus, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that nobody even notices. But yeah, it's a big production to go along with it.
And what about the audience? You know, the average age. Are you talking about people of all age groups?
All ages. I mean, kids of all ages, from toddlers, to 80 years old, come to watch these events. It's for everybody to come.
How close are you when you're actually watching the event?
Well, at Riverworks, you're going to be really close. We're going to be set up in the hockey rink there at Buffalo Riverworks. So the grandstands, the balcony, and the floor seating, it's all like right there around the arena. So you're going to be up close and personal with 2,000 pounds of bull. It's going to be pretty wild.
All of a sudden, I feel thin. If you have kids coming or other people coming, are there things they can see before or after the show?
So after the show, there's going to be autographs that the kids can get autographs from the contestants and stuff. There's live music that's going to be playing after the rodeo is over with. Beforehand, there's some vendors, and if anybody's been to Buffalo Riverworks, they know the different game rooms and stuff that they got in there for people and kids, and so there's stuff to do for them. Prior to the show and afterwards. And
give us the date once again.
October 10th and 11th. So there's 3 performances. Friday night kicks us off at 7 o'clock at October 10th. Then October 11th, Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. And then Saturday night at 7 p.m.
All right, Lou Beckless, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
For more information and pre-sale tickets, there is limited seating. Go to www.buffaloriverworks.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by Cross The Line Rodeo Company. And join me weekday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. with Buffalo's classic oldies from the 60s and 70s on The Big Weck.